Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to Cocktales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Operation Pop That Pussy. The ingredients you need: 1 lemon, 1 cup of sliced strawberries, 12 ounces or 1.5 cups of vodka, 6 tablespoons of simple syrup, 3 ounces of unsweetened cranberry juice, some soda water, and ice for serving. And for the garnish, you're going to have a handful of fresh mint leaves. So this is how you're going to make a Operation Pop That Pussy. You're going to slice the lemons into rounds, thinly slice the strawberries, place the lemons and strawberries in a pitcher with the vodka, simple syrup, and cranberry juice. Marinate for at least 30 minutes or up to 40 hours if you got the time. To serve, you're going to pour 3 ounces of the vodka mix over ice and top with a splash of soda water to taste. Garnish with the fruit from the pitcher and sprigs of fresh mint leaves. And that is an Operation Pop That Pussy. Ow.
Welcome back to Cocktails or Discussions, you guys.
Hey,
Is
y'all.
that what you drink before you go pop that pussy?
I mean, I'll be trying, but bitch, I really ain't been popping my pussy.
What? Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out to the live show in Atlanta. We really appreciate you guys coming out. We had a great time. We appreciate the support. Make sure if you missed the live show or you just had so much fun you want to do it again, you meet us in Charlotte on June 5th at the Comedy Zone, or you can meet us in New York or Philly. We have shows on July 20th and July 28th, respectively. If you look in the description box or check our social media, we have links for all of the tickets available there, and you don't want to miss out.
I also want to let everybody know, if you buy tickets and for some reason you can't make a show, Kiki and I don't have any control over that. So, like, we couldn't log in and be like, yeah, girl, I'm going to switch your tickets for you. So if you want to resell them, feel free to make a post, tag us in it, and we'll repost it so that we can help you resell your tickets. But we don't have any control over, like, the whole ticket stuff. So
it's all the way through the venue. So if you have any issue, contact the venues, not us, because there's nothing that we can do about it. And I'm pretty sure that all the tickets are non-refundable. So you're going to have to just resell it on your own, which shouldn't be hard to do because, you know, when they sell out, people are going to be wanting them because, you know, there's last-minute people. So make sure y'all check the comments because niggas be trying to sell their tickets. Quick little shout out to the Atlanta live show sponsors. Shout out to Goddess Detox. Got our pussies clean. That's dope. Beach 7 Hair got our hair smelling real nice. I was in an Uber the other day and he was like, what do you have on? I was like, oh my God, this is Bougie Beach. It was my hair. He was like, I love that it's going to linger. Shout out to Paradise and Vibe. If you're looking for a trip to go on, book your trip. If you can't make it to Morocco in June, well, meet us in South Africa in December. There's a payment plan. She Orgasms, Kiki. Yeah, you have to check out She Orgasms. They have a boric acid suppository. There are the traditional herbal supplements. And then there's the rum honey tincture, which is the herbal supplement in tincture form. So it's a liquid. If you don't like pills or you want something that's going to work a little bit faster, you'll use that. And then I always have a discount code. Kiki said so. You can get a little discount too. So shout out to them. And then also Ivy Beauty. They sponsored a large portion of the gift bags. Ivy Beauty owns so many different beauty brands, including Kiss Cosmetics, the Almighty Bond for like lace wigs and the remover.
They got stuff for men, like
the scarves, edge brushes, bonnets, everything. They sent us so much stuff I didn't even know that they had. So I'm glad that they sent it. So y'all check out all those amazing sponsors and support those businesses. I wanted to ask you, did you see?
Yes, Drake. Following another bitch.
I couldn't even get it out. Damn.
Because our listeners are so in tune with us. When, like, I have received the DM so many times. It was like, look what Drake did. Look what Drake did. And I don't understand why he keeps embarrassing me like this.
Because that's not your man.
You guys, don't let people knock you off of your high. I really don't.
He knocked you off the high. He was the one out here embarrassing you.
I don't understand how, like, she gets a follow because her nigga hated on you. and your
You
child.
want young niggas to hate on him and his child, and then bam.
And
you
I'm
in
thinking
there.
maybe I should do that, but then it's like, is that going to put me in the light that I want to be in with him?
Well, I mean, think about all the things you've said here.
They were all very positive. It was
They were positive, but it was like
love, affection, truth, facts.
Do you think that affection can be verbal only and totally non-physical interaction? I guess it could. Saying nice things.
It's
Do
a
you think
vibe.
It has to be reciprocated.
Well, let me say that I speak his love language,
Which is
words of affirmation.
Okay.
Drake loves to be praised. He loves to know that he's doing a good job, that his music is, the greatest. He's the greatest artist that has ever. I love him. And I just really hope that one day I get to meet him. All I need to do is be in the same room. That's all I need to do.
okay. So in real life, what's been going on with you?
I went to Houston.
Okay.
That was
Did you
fun.
see him there?
No, I wish. And I went out a couple of times by myself. Have you ever been to I don't know, it's Joey Uptowns or Joey's Uptown?
Yeah.
I love that place. I went for dinner, and it was an odd dinner because you ever been at dinner and arguing with the person that you're with?
Yeah.
Every time the waitress is gonna be like, "Oh, hey, yeah, we're gonna get the."
I don't do that.
Well, I do. I'm not. I wasn't gonna continue to argue in front of the people.
Just stop.
Well, they come and ask questions. Like somebody got to say something.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, hey, girl.
I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get the. We went to Joey's Uptown, and it was so good. I love how they greet you with the champagne. I loved the apple pie, bitch. When you went, what did you have?
I don't even remember. Lots of drinks, obviously. We went more so for the drinks, so I had like small things. I didn't eat dinner there.
So I had the lettuce wraps. They were amazing. And normally I say that P.F. Chang's has the best lettuce wraps, but they have surpassed it. Had the lettuce wraps, and then I had the shrimp and lobster ravioli. It was to die for. And then for dessert, we actually got a free dessert and all of our drinks for free because there was a mishap at the restaurant, but I ain't gonna talk shit.
Damn.
Yeah, but it was they had great customer service. That's another thing. When things go wrong in whatever business you're in, give people something for free, and then people are like, oh yeah, I forgot everything that happened. So they took care of our shots, our drinks, and we were ordering a lot. I had an apple pie for dessert, bitch. Do you like apple pie? It was a different type of apple pie, but it was like a donut apple pie.
See, my issue with like apple pies and cobblers and all the fruit desserts, like I don't like my fruit warm or mushy. So I don't. Okay, so what was it like? Because I don't know.
It was like, think about a thick personal pizza.
Okay.
A thick one, like a Chicago thick
like
deep dish pizza, but that was what the bread part was like. It wasn't like a traditional apple pie where it's like the dough on top and the dough on the bottom. It was like this little round pie on the bottom. Yeah, and then like all the apple pie stuff on top of it. It was so good. It was like sex.
Like you would go back
I would
for that.
go back just for that. I actually told I'm coming back just for that. Everything was really good. Every part of it was good. Like I was arguing with the person that I was with in between the food being delivered, and he called me the wrong name, and it was really bad.
That's something to argue about. There's another restaurant over there by that place called Miss Kareen. It's an Indian restaurant.
Miss Kareen?
Yeah. Not like Miss Kareen, but Miss Kareen.
Okay.
It's really, really good. I went one night. I don't know what I had. I know I had some sort of prawn dish, some sort
I love
of
Indian food.
lamb chop dish. Something else I had, some oysters.
Sid was like, shout out.
I had all kind of stuff. It was so good. The cocktails were good. The customer service was good. And we just sat at the bar because we didn't know the place was popping like that.
It was popping?
Just like, oh, we're just going to stop by here because we tried to go there. But it was full, so we went to this place. It was great. There's a lot of good options over there at the Galleria.
Yeah, there really are. I was in there shopping for shoes and outfits for the live show.
Oh.
What did we decide to wear?
Well, did you make it or did you not? I don't know. Check Instagram. Got more to come. Were you... Excuse me, I choked. Were you successful?
No.
Oh.
I ended up buying, I bought Lieutenant Bay a Gucci wallet, and...
What?
Right? I'm like, you were choking before I even got to tell you the real tea. He has been such a great person in my life.
Just trying to stay alive here.
And, when that one man wrote that 6-page Google Doc about me, it really affected me. And I talked to my therapist about it, and I said, I don't want men out here thinking that I'm just like this selfish. I thought it was a shot. I was like, all right.
Joking for real. I wasn't shading you.
Oh, you weren't?
I was really choking. That's why I kept looking around like, oh. And when it was just like, yeah, so I bought my nigga a Gucci wallet, and yeah, I love him, but that's not my man. Like, damn.
Because it's not. And I really feel like I'm in this battle right now between two worlds, and I don't know what the fuck to do, bitch. I need to write in an advice letter. But I was at the mall, and I couldn't find any outfits. I went into Zara, because it's been a minute since I've been into Zara, and I tried on some outfits, and I was so discouraged because their sizes are not true to the sizes. And I forgot that about, how some stores, it's just like they make them for white women bodies and not so like a
you need
10,
to check the measurement.
Yeah, it's not like a real 10. It's like a child's 10. And so I done ripped the dress in Zara, and I was like, well, this is y'all's fault because you need to be true to the size. And I went and put it back on the hanger on this floor. But anyways, I didn't find anything, and I was so stressed out. And I was like, well, I came here today to get something, and he deserves it, even though he called me the wrong name. But that was after the fact. And I got him the Gucci wallet, and I left it in the room. Went to go have a meeting with a girl that I thought we were going to have a threesome with. It didn't work out. And he was so excited about the wallet. And I was like, at that point, I was mad. I was like,
you want to take it back?
I really wanted to take all of his things out of the wallet and return it because, I'm not a nigga. Like, I'm not just buying you stuff just to be fucking up.
Did you know who the person was whose name he used?
No, and the lie.
Because that would have made it worse. So at least it's not that bad.
Here's what happened, and you tell me if this makes sense to you.
Okay.
And you guys in the comments, in the YouTube comments, I'm sure you will give your opinions. Tell me if this makes sense to you. I get the wallet. While I was in Gucci, they said that they're doing this new thing with certain products where you could bring it back, let them keep it for 48 hours, and they'll engrave your initials, whoever's initials, for free. So I was telling him that. I was like, you could take this back. You can get it engraved with your initials if you would like to. And they'll do it. And you just have to leave it for 48 hours. And he was like, can they do it with your bag? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, so you're going to get SA.
What the fuck is that?
I was like, I looked and I was like, SA. And he was like, I was just playing. And I was
you
like,
weren't just playing.
You weren't just, correct. You weren't just playing. And I was like,
you got S in your name.
I don't even have it. And I was so confused. And I was like, so I get out of the Uber. I just got out. They hadn't even fully parked yet. I just got out of the Uber. We were in front of the restaurant, and I just started to walk in. They hand me this shit. I grabbed it. I was mad. You know when you're mad and you're trying not to make a scene, but it can quickly become a scene if you keep talking to me. So he comes in. He's like, "Are you for real? Niggas are so good at this." He's like, "Are you for real? You're really about to be mad right now?" And I was like, "You got my whole initials wrong." And he was like, it was a joke. And I was like, but where is the joke? It's not funny. Like, what part of that was funny? He goes, well, this is what I was gonna do. I was like, okay. So I'm listening. He goes, I said SA, and you were supposed to say, who's SA? And then he was gonna say, well, who's Medina Monroe? It still does not.
Stick to your day job, Lieutenant Bay.
Kier, I was sitting there looking, and I was just like, am I crazy? I said, that's not funny.
It's not.
Nothing was funny about it. And I was just sitting there looking like, and that's why I got a new bitch in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Y'all heard it, right? You see how she said that? Anyway, well, I'm sorry that happened.
It's okay.
Did you let him keep the wallet?
Yeah, I let him keep the wallet because he's done far more. I let him keep the wallet. What was I going to do? Tackle him?
You don't have to tackle him. Give me my shit back. You could have been like, what's his name on ATL? Give me my chain back. Yeah, take the wallet back. Fuck giving him the shit out of it. That's yours too. It's mine now. Call SA and ask her to get the shit back for
we
you.
was in that nice ass restaurant arguing, and I was like, we are that and I knew people were looking like.
I definitely would have been looking like, ooh.
And it was like that type of argument where you're loud. You're like, well, are you fucking saying? And you're like, we'll get the lobster mac. Are you fucking serious? You really got. It was so. And then I was embarrassed, and I was like, I'm about to throw a drink on you, and I don't want to have to do that in here, and you're the police, so you can really, I'm going to be in trouble, not you. Like, it was really stressful, and I was just like, the threesome didn't work out. The This is why you don't buy things for niggas. It never works out for real.
So in regards to the threesome not working out, have you told him, listen, this is too much pressure. You need to do it.
I told him that. I said, here's what I want you to know. I'm really trying here. Like, I want to make this happen for you. But I know you got bitches in Houston.
Does he feel like that you're not or something?
That
like
I'm not what?
Trying?
No, I think he knows I'm trying, but I feel like he's just like a pillow princess in this situation where he's like, but it doesn't work like that. We're dealing with a whole other human being. I was like, you think that just because it's like the bitches in the sex club where the girls that wanted to fuck with me, they thought just because their husbands thought that just because your girl is fucking with me, that gives you a door to me. That's not how that works. Like you have to. That's just not how it works. And so like I told him, I was like, hey, like since you weren't interested, no offense to the young lady, but why don't you bring a bitch? I know you know bitches in Houston. I know you do. But what you're worried about is who is SA. Why don't you pull SA up? Bring SA up in here. Bring that bitch.
Because y'all gonna be fighting.
Well, I'm never gonna fight anyone. So maybe SA gonna fight. But listen, baby girl. And he was like, well, no, I don't have. You do. So we're just gonna keep pressing that issue now because I was like,
this seems like it's just never gonna happen, and I hate that.
I hate that
because it doesn't have to be that way.
But maybe it's just not supposed to happen with him. Maybe
that could really be it.
That could be it because it shouldn't be this. I've had threesomes before and shit wasn't this hard.
Yeah. Because this is like a 3 or 4 month saga that we've all been on this journey with you on, coming up with suggestions. Well, try this, and you've been trying this stuff, taking different approaches.
The bitches are submitting their
and it's not happening. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's just not supposed to happen with him. Maybe you and your new girlfriend can have one. Does she like men at all?
Not at all.
Okay, well you have one with another girl.
That is a fantasy.
Or maybe
of mine.
you could turn her out with another man.
You don't think that would be odd, seeing as how she kind of looks like a dude?
It happens all the time.
Where?
On the internet. I mean, I don't know. I'm not them, but I see it on the internet. Like, you never seen. Well, it doesn't matter. It happens. It happens. Okay, so we're going to move on and go to weird sex because I have a crazy story to tell you, and I want to see what your opinion is on it. And then we'll talk about some other stuff.
Okay.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this week's Weird Sex is about a very odd couple. So this chick meets this guy. They fall in love. Oh. They have this beautiful wedding. Well, at the reception, they get married. At the reception,
Congrats.
The best man is giving his toast, and he took his friend's girl, or wife. So he says, and I'm going to read this. I remember the first moment I saw Desiree. I loved her. I fell in love with her. I knew she had to be mine. I thought she was the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life.
Aww.
Then I found out she already had a boyfriend. And I thought I need to find out a way to get to her. But then I met whoever her ex-husband is now, and we became friends. The guests at the reception are laughing about this because they think it's a joke. But then as he keeps going and they realize, oh, he's dead ass serious, they stop laughing and everybody's just like in shock. Anyway, obviously, Desiree and her man got divorced. She and this guy went on to become a couple less than a year later and got married shortly thereafter. And they have 4 beautiful kids together. So when people say, don't let her man stand in the way of getting what you want, I guess it works out sometimes.
For some people.
What would you do if that happened at your wedding? Like somebody professed their love for you like that. Like one of your good friends, a man that you have been friends with, professed his love for you.
At my wedding?
At your reception.
And I'm marrying someone else?
Yeah.
Wow, I heard that totally wrong. I am not gonna lie.
Because it's the girl's wedding, and her friend, who became best friends with her boyfriend after meeting her first, like they're all friends. He was trying to get close to her, and ended up getting close to the fiance or the boyfriend.
So one thing that everybody in my life would know about me is I don't play with disrespect. I like to respect people. If I feel like I've disrespected anybody any type of way, I like to come to you as a woman. Don't disrespect me. I'm really big on that. The security is coming to get you, to escort you out. I don't even have a response for that. That's so fucking rude. That's so fucking rude.
But you know what? I think it's rude, but I feel like it's more so rude on behalf of the husband, because obviously she had some feelings there too.
Did she have a response?
She married him and they have 4 kids together. She left the husband. Now, the story didn't say what her actual verbal response was, but she was just like, you know what? I want it too.
And they left the reception together.
No, they didn't leave the reception together. Everybody left separate because it was like such a dramatic moment, but she did go on to be with him. It didn't work out with her and her husband, obviously.
Why waste the money? Why we gotta wait till we get down to the whole wedding for you? He telling you he loves you and you know you love him, and now we just wait. We just had a luxurious dinner for everyone. Like, excuse me?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do that, but I just think it's crazy. And I think, sometimes people have these feelings for someone, and it's like, when you have those feelings, it can be really scary to share them. But you gotta
when you like
share
somebody else's girl?
Or just when you have feelings for someone and you don't know how they feel. Because he could have done this when they were friends. Like, if you've been in love with her since the day that you saw her, you didn't have to wait. When you met her, she had a boyfriend. She wasn't engaged. So some amount of time has passed, whether it was days, weeks, months, or years, or whatever. Somewhere you knew that you had feelings and you just let it go on and wait. And then you were trying to get closer to her and got close to her man. That's crazy to me. It's like, sometimes you have to just take a chance, but don't take that chance at an event of any sort, wedding or not. I feel like that's just, usually it's a bad idea. Now, I don't know what ended up happening with the money part of the wedding. Maybe it was no thing to anybody there and they didn't even care about that. It was more about ego and just being embarrassed. I would be hurt. I can imagine being on the other side of that. Like, imagine if this woman stands up at the wedding and your husband that you only been married to for an hour is like, you know what?
I love that
her
nigga.
too.
And I know he loves me, and as soon as I open my mouth, that nigga leaving you for me. What? I even think that I have some family members from like the extended family that you might get physically hurt. Like, I think someone might run and be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then it's like this whole, it's giving Carrie Bradshaw when Big really just left her at the altar. Why did you do this, nigga? That's rude. Why are you waiting until
It's really crazy and it's sad, but I mean, in the end, at least the husband, the first husband, at least he found out then, and it wasn't like 5 years down the line, because even though you wasted money on that wedding, or whoever paid for it, maybe her family paid for it and you didn't end up with shit. But, I'm glad that he did find out, because I'd rather know then than wait another 10 years. And I find out y'all are fucking behind my back. Somebody kept telling me to watch Ozark, and I watched the first episode, and I saw where the wife was fucking the friend or the lawyer or the business partner or whatever, and sucking his dick, and I was just like, wow. People are really
people be
fucked up.
cheating. I mean, it happens.
And then you recorded it. That's crazy. Anyway, that's it for Weird Sex. You guys leave a comment and tell me what you think about that story and what you would do if you were any party in that situation. And keep sending the stories, and you can send them to me at info@kikisaidso.com. And before we get into today's topics, I did want to let you guys know, if there is some room in your schedule and you'd like to add another podcast into your rotation, make sure you check out The Muscle Hustle. It's a sex and wellness podcast, and you can follow them on Instagram. It is at _The Muscle Hustle, and you can listen to the latest podcast episodes on Spotify.
So whenever it's funny because I was talking to a girlfriend of mine about how there's like a certain time of every month where I just feel really ugly. It doesn't matter if...
Does it coincide with like your menstrual cycle?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it coincides with money.
Oh, that's a big factor.
Yeah, it's like if you can't get your microlinks, or you can't get your hair done, or you can't get your lashes refilled, or you can't get your nails done and one broke, and you do. Anyways, sometimes money or menstrual cycle. Sometimes there's just like I've noticed it's a consistent thing where there are certain times of the month where I just feel really not cute. Like it doesn't even matter if someone's like, you look beautiful.
Good.
Yeah, you just don't feel cute. And so I wanted to know, like, when you feel like, well, do you ever feel like that?
Yeah, I feel like that a lot.
When you feel like that, what are some things you do so that you don't fall in the ugly hole?
Well, when I fall into the ugly hole, it is literally like my face is breaking out, or I'm just bloated all the time, or I'm feeling sick, and so like my skin is flaking. So I usually try and treat myself to something, like maybe I'll get my hair done or my lashes done. Like I will do the things. If I can't, I just lay in my bed and watch TV.
What you watch?
Anything. I usually watch some like true crime based special on Hulu or Netflix or something, and I just lay there and I just sulk in my ugliness, and I wear like my most matronly looking pajamas and robes. I do have a lot of Golden Girls-esque stuff. I put that on and I'm just like, fuck it.
But it's really funny though, because even though I'm like, I have those days and I feel so bad, I also need those days. And I saw a TikTok and it said, you're not a real bad bitch if you don't have to take like at least 3 ugly days to recharge your pretty. I have to have my ugly days. I need some days where I am just in the house and my hair is looking crazy. I don't have any makeup on. I am letting the pimple breathe. I'm peeling my lips because when your lips be peeling? I hate when my lips be peeling.
Do you ever use like a mask?
I don't do a mask, but every now and again I'll make a sugar scrub. And you get some olive oil, put the sugar in there, and do your own little scrub. But I be forgetting. Sometimes that shit is tedious and I forget. And so I be sitting at dinner like, damn, my lip is really peeling.
There's sugar everywhere.
Yeah.
I think I was talking about that on the last Patreon Live. Like sometimes I won't do stuff because I just feel like not doing the extra stuff. I don't even want to do the treatment.
It's a lot.
It is. It's a lot of work. It's time consuming. Like sometimes when I'm really trying to get like my skin routine down at night and making sure that I wash my makeup off before I go to bed so I don't have to wash my pillowcases every day because they're full of makeup and stuff. It's like, God damn, I've been in here for 45 minutes. How much products does it really take? This is why people used to look old back in the day, because they wasn't using all these products. It's just like serum, cream, oil, cream. Oh shit, don't put the oil on because you got lashes on and it's going to make them fall off.
Don't forget your toner. Don't forget a little nightly spray.
I got these locks. The dandruff is caking up. It's time to
twist
take
your
these
hair
bitches
so
out.
it don't get nappy. I'm tired.
It is a lot. And it's
so
just like
much.
When I feel really low, I'll really stare in the mirror for a while. And I have one of those moments where I'm like, I want to take these clippers and cut it all off and pull my mall wig out of the closet and just pop that bitch on with a baseball cap because I'm over it. Maybe I could just start over. And then I'm like, bitch, you can't even keep up with your hats. Where the fuck is a hat now? And you don't have no clippers. So how the fuck you gonna do that? You'll be walking around here looking like Britney fucking Spears, and that is not a look. So I don't do it, obviously.
It's a lot. I just don't feel like men understand it. Men or white people. Because white girls don't have to twist their hair. They don't have to do all that.
They still go through ugly phases.
They do go through ugly phases.
Chapped lips, ankles, heels.
Sunburn.
I ain't never seen so many cracked heels, to be so honest.
My toes are a little crusty because we've been...
I'm talking about the actual heel of your foot, not your toes. Sometimes you just need polish or something like that. But when the heels are cracking, it's like you need some Burt's Bees. That's not healthy.
I do have a good Burt's Bees oil cream that you put. It comes
in
sock,
a tube?
A tube, and it comes with a sock, and you rub your foot with it and
and it don't smell good.
It don't smell good.
It's very strong, but that's how you know it's working.
It gets the job done.
I like it. So I went on a couple more dates.
What? With the same person or multiple people?
Multiple people. And you know what I've noticed? I've been trying to have more fun with it. I have been, not saying no so much.
Not making it seem like a chore.
Well, I didn't say that. It does still when you don't feel like getting ready, you know? But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go and just try this out because, like, why not? Like, what were you going to do? Sit in the house? But now I need to start setting boundaries because I'm tired and everything is thrown off. Anyway, I've just noticed that the guys have been stepping it up. Everybody's bringing me flowers. They are coming, making basic things that they should have been doing, but I'm just saying. The flowers, the doors, all of the things, they're stepping up their conversation. They're being really complimentary. They're not like pressing sex, even though I'm still horny. That shit ain't changed. And I just like it. I guess they're just treating me more like a lady of the day instead of a lady of the night.
I love to hear that.
I've also gone on a few lunch dates. I like a lunch date. Even if it's like somebody I'm feeling, because sometimes I like a lunch date for a first date because they're shorter, typically.
Hopefully, because sometimes you end up drinking too much and it's like, why are we still here?
Yeah. But I've been having quite a few midday dates, and it's nice when somebody's like, oh, well, I'm running errands and I got some stuff to do, but I do want to see you and I'm close by. Like, can I come pick you up and take you to this place? Didn't you say you want to go here? Oh, actually, I did. Let me hurry up and slap something on my face and my body because I was looking ugly and get out here, take my Bior strip off. Do you use those?
No.
Oh, I like
That's
it.
the one that goes in your nose?
And it clears out the pores.
Ooh.
Yeah, I be having to use that a lot because of the oil. My skin.
I don't use them, but I will say maybe something's in the air, and I'm not sure if it's like the summertime that's making people behave this way, but I will say that some of the people in my life are doing things that are really sweet and thoughtful, and like, no, I didn't have to say anything, and it feels good. I went to go get my lashes done, and I've been going to Amazing Lashes. This is not an ad, but like I stopped going to the people that you have to go to their house because I don't like all those rules, and when they fuck up, you don't get anything.
Oh, I did go to that one girl you sent me, yeah.
And it's just a lot going on. And so one day I accidentally went to Amazing Lash, and I actually like it. It's convenient. You can book within the week. And I like them. And so I went today, and when I was leaving and I went to go pay, they were like, there's this gay dude that works there, and he was like, oh, girl, you are, what did he say? He said, you are, I can't remember what he said, but I thought he was talking about my lashes.
Oh.
He said something that made it seem like, I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, Lulu did them. And I was so excited. And then I was like, I need to pay. Because, like, it's a membership, but I knew that I had to pay because my membership hadn't come yet. So I was like, and I need to tip her. And the girl was like, oh, no, you're taken care of. And I was like,
by who?
I was like, my membership couldn't have taken care of it because as the time hasn't passed. And she was like, oh no, somebody called and took care of it. And I was like,
oh, that's sweet.
It was very sweet. And I literally was like, it's not even like I had dropped any hints. I had said where I was going to get my lashes done. And the person I thought that was very
paying attention to detail.
Paying attention to detail. Not even something that you have to do all the time, but it was very
that would be nice. You could
would be nice.
Do you guys have membership? Just ask, you know.
It was very sweet, and I was like, wow, like it was a great start to my day. I just really appreciated it. People are really stepping their game up. Like, and I was like, are y'all listening to the show and taking notes, or are you really just paying attention?
I think the men are in a gift-giving season.
Is that
or something,
summertime?
Because what happened to me the other day? I was out at dinner, and the concierge called me and was like, hey, we have a delivery for you. And I was like, put it in the locker. I'm not there.
Why y'all calling?
Yeah, it's like 10:30 at night. Like, this is weird. They were like, oh, no, you have to sign for it. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't order anything. So the girl was like, somebody like you, his name is such and such. He sent you some champagne, girl. And so when I got back, I was like, well, can y'all sign for it? Because I'm at dinner right now. And I'm about to go back home. So I'll be there in a little while. I'm going to be home before 11, and I want it. But, like, I'm not going to be there in time. So the guy was like, I'll sign for it for you. It's fine. I know you're good. And so I got back. I was like, oh, that was really sweet and thoughtful, because a bitch likes some bubbly while I watch my shows at night.
And I love a gift. After I left the lash place, my other nigga called and he was like, hey, I got a surprise coming for you. And I was just like, what is going on? Is this God or the devil? Like, what is happening? That hasn't come yet. But he was like, it's a gift for the live show.
Okay.
And I don't know what it is, but I am just like, y'all are really showing out.
I like gifts. And I think maybe I don't usually get a whole lot of gifts. So maybe because I don't get a whole lot of gifts, I've never been big on them, but I do like them.
It's my love language.
Is it? It's my mama's love language,
It
too.
is, but I like it when it is so sporadic like that, and it's not, you weren't expecting it.
Like, it's not an occasion.
Nothing. It's not even we're not even upset.
That does make a big difference.
Yeah, it's just like I just wasn't expecting it. That feels good. So I say all that to say, give each other gifts, men and women, because the men like it too. They like getting a gift.
Okay, so I have another question. Because this happened the other day. When you get tested,
For COVID or STDs?
STDs.
Okay.
Do you take screenshots of your results and send them out to whoever?
No.
Okay, so the other day I get this text message, right? And it looks like an email, but it was STD test results, right? So then I'm like, what the fuck would he text me this? So I was like, oh, Lord, he trying to tell me he got something and is trying to be like passive about it. Like, I'm going to let you know, but I cannot call you. And I'm like, fuck, because this is going to be a lot of explaining to do. So I'm trying to open the text and my phone freezes as the picture is loading. But it doesn't load the picture. It just turns black, and it's the thing. I said, oh, God, this is God telling me, brace yourself, bitch, because this is going to be bad. Because the first one I clicked was HIV, because that was the most important, right? So I'm sitting there waiting for my phone to come on.
Oh, my booty hole would have been clenched tight. I'm sweating.
Yeah,
Don't talk to me.
I'm like this. I was on a Zoom call, and I'm just like, I don't need this kind of stress on my life. Then I was like, you know what? I can just keep my legs closed for a while. I don't even want to deal with this till after this live show. I just don't. But my phone came back on. I opened it. Everything was fine. Then I was like, why the fuck would you text me this? That's not something you need. There was nothing in there that I needed. Everything was fine.
He was good and he wanted to keep fucking.
I'm just like, why did you send me this? Don't do that. That's not the way to do it.
That's not the way to do
You're gonna
it.
give somebody
I appreciate it. The clarity.
I'm glad that you're sharing and that you're showing me so it ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. That part's cool. But just don't text that kind of information. That could have waited, especially because it wasn't like you called me, I didn't answer the phone, and something was positive. Like,
he was like,
don't
just so
text
you
it.
know, I got tested, I'm good, and I'm still trying to fuck, so.
And I was just like,
if you got something today from me.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not a good idea.
So since it's live show week, live show day, do you feel nervous about getting back on stage in what? Has it been 2 years?
It's not live show day.
It's not live show day? Oh, it's not live show day. Live show season.
Live show was last week. So I am nervous about Charlotte, New York, and Philly. I don't know who's coming to these shows. Like, all of the shows that we've had in the past, I don't know about you, but I know I've had a lot of people come from out of town and stuff, like my closer friends and family, and I don't know that that's going to happen for all of these shows. And so it kind of makes me nervous because, like, my core support system is not necessarily going to be there. I don't know. And then it's like, it's a different place. It's a totally different, like, setup. Because these are comedy clubs. Which is like clubs. Really different than
very
what
intimate.
We're used to.
You see the faces of the people.
It's just close. And it's like, I already don't like a whole lot of people up on me like that, you know? I am. How are you feeling about that?
I'm not going to lie. I haven't really thought about New York. I don't feel nervous about New York. I feel nervous about Charlotte and Philly.
Why?
Because, like, I feel like it's not, like, our territory. So, like, even though we have listeners there, I think, I'm like, the vibes are just so different in different cities. Like, Atlanta is home. Dallas is even home. So it's weird how, like, even though they feel this connection to us, I'm like, are we going to feel connected? Are we going to have a connection when we're there in the flesh? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're in different places, you know the lingo that people use in that city. Like, in Philly, we don't. I don't really feel like Charlotte has no lingo. No
I know
disrespect.
the lingo in Philly. Don't do
well,
it.
I don't.
Yeah.
So I feel a little nervous. Like, will we have that connection? It's almost like a first date. Like, I fuck with y'all, but, like, y'all gonna fuck with us?
I think it's gonna be a good time, though. I'm really excited. I'm excited to meet the listeners, especially, like, those people, because I think that even though people have been traveling to our shows before, we haven't met that many people from a lot of these different places.
We
Instead of
haven't.
like actually meeting them. Like fuck the culture, but just like when we're interacting, like meet and greets and stuff like that. So I'm anxious. I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm excited to hear you guys' positive feedback. Yeah, I'm anxious. I still don't know what I'm gonna wear, but that's like a constant struggle.
Oh my gosh.
Or what I'm gonna do with my hair. I gotta get my hair done. Well, I guess when y'all hear this, you'll see on Instagram because I'm going on a bachelorette trip. Do you ever you do Paradise and Vibes, so you do take a lot of trips. Have you taken any trips lately with friends where it's like maybe you have one or two close friends, but it's a big group of girls where you don't know everybody else?
Paradise and Vibe would be the only thing. I don't really do a lot of big trips with like girlfriends where it's like, and these girls are coming. I've just had such bad experiences that I know the friends that I can travel with. My favorite friend to travel with is Mandy. We always talk about this, how it's not like it's just like there be so many different, some people don't want to do anything. Some people just want to be cute. Some people, like, I like adventure. Like, why you need to take all these naps? Like, so, yeah, no, I don't do, yeah, I don't do. Why are you complaining? I hate when people go on trips with all these strangers. Again, not Paradise and Vibe, because you already know that's going to be it's already scheduled. When it's different friend groups getting together, it's like there's always certain annoying bitches where you're like, why did you come? Like, why are you complaining about everything? Everything's not going to go your way.
I think the last trip you told me about was maybe you went to Miami with the Temptation Island girls.
Girl, everybody had a fallout. But that was actually, it was fun. No one was so annoying to the point where it was like, we're not friends no more.
Yeah.
Or I can't go on a trip with you. But everyone got in a fight a different night. But they were drunk fights. It wasn't like, I don't want to go here. Can we go to this place for dinner? Well, I looked this up and I went, bitch, get with the program. Bitches be annoying.
So I'm going on this trip with, I have 3 close friends that are going. And then I don't really know a lot of the other people. But I got to meet them.
Okay.
Last month. And so it made me excited because like we actually had a really good time. So I am really excited because I've also done a few kind of big trips with girls I did not know at all. And we're friends now. So I'm just anxious about it. I like meeting new friends.
I love meeting new friends. I do.
Some people are so opposed to it, and I'm like, why?
Because Beyonce came out with that song and was like, no new friends. Well, that was the Drake one, but Beyonce came out with the, no new friends.
I mean, I think people just have bad experiences sometimes, and that sucks. I'm sorry for y'all, but maybe just try something different because it really is cool when you can make a new friend as an adult. It's hard.
And really rock with them. I have lately met a few new friends, and I really appreciate them. One of my girlfriends who even threw like a friend appreciation party, and I didn't know I was going to be invited, but she did these little like secret invites, had this, hosted this whole thing, rented out a venue, had hookahs there ready. It was so much fun. I even met friends from that. It was a really good time. Like,
I like stuff like that.
Yeah, the whole I'm not going to make new friends or I don't like having girls as my friends is weird. Like, I don't know what I would do without girlfriends.
I don't think I really have a lot of friends who say that part. That's kind of a red flag for me.
I don't have friends who say that, but I've heard women say that.
No, I've definitely heard them say it too. But when I hear it, it's just like red flag. And it's like, I don't know. Because I'm a girl.
I'm a girl. I need a bitch to cry
and
with.
I have lots of girlfriends, and I'm going to talk to them. You know me. I'm on the phone all the time, texting people and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Y'all tell us how y'all feel about girls' trips, and when's the next time you're going on one? And if you have a suggestion, because I'm trying to plan some trips for the end of the year. I want to do a sister trip.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know how many sisters are going to make it. But I have enough to where even if everybody doesn't come, it'll still be a group and it'll still be a good time because, it's a lot of us.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I have an aunt, a great aunt. She does a girls' weekend every year. Excuse me. I won't be able to make this one because I'll be in Morocco, but she invites all the nieces and all the girls, her granddaughters, her daughters, her sisters, who is my grandma, and she's the only one still alive. But we all go, and it's just such a fun. It's old people style. Like ain't nobody drinking or nothing. I'll be like, can we get a little something? But they don't be drinking. But all the
old people be drinking.
My old people don't be drinking. But they do be cooking, and so it's fun. We play like little fun, cute old people games like Pokino, and she gets everybody.
That?
You never play Pokino? It's like what is it similar to? I guess bingo, but it's more things on the card. And it's you pull the card and you're like, Jack of Hearts, and you put these little Pokino coins down. And normally you play for money. So she gives everybody all these different, you don't have to come with anything. She provides all the gifts. She gives everybody like 3 rolls of quarters, and you bet, and you put it in the cup. And if you win, you get that cup of everybody's coin. It's so much fun. I'm so sad I'm missing it.
That sucks. Next year.
That's
the kind of auntie I want to be when I'm old.
You would definitely be that type of auntie.
I might do it now.
You are
because
actually
I'm still
doing
trying
it.
to take my nieces out places. You guys, I took my little baby Walker to my great aunt's birthday party. So she turned 80, and we had this, her kids had this party for her. It was a great time. She had like a weekend of parties. She was at Spice House, y'all.
I cannot believe she was at Spice.
We went to Spice House. My cousin had rented out the little area that I guess they use as a private room.
Patio?
It wasn't the patio. It was like right next to where we shot the commercial, but they have curtains and doors and stuff that they put over there. So we were there. Then the next day she did like mimosas and makeup, and they had a makeup artist come beat her face. And she taught the other women who were there, they had to bring their own makeup. And it was like, you do your own, but I got her. They had this guy there, I forget his name, but he plays the trumpet. So they had live music. They got the brunch catered. And then later she had a party at her daughter's house. And she was showing me pictures. I'll have to show you later. But she was like, I never realized how much we looked alike until I got my makeup done. And
and her.
Yeah. And so she was like, I've been walking around all day. Like, I look like Kiara. And she was feeling good. I said, well, I'll take that as a compliment. But we did look like it was crazy. And then the next day, I kept asking what everybody was doing. This is how they know I don't be going to church. They're like, it's Easter, Kiara. We're going to church in the morning. Brian, my cousin, he had preached. I was like, oh. Well, I'll be at the house. If y'all want to do something later, let me know. A little Easter egg hunt for the kiddies. But yeah, that's the kind of aunt I want to be.
I love it. I don't know what type of aunt I'll be, but I know I love my Aunt Rana, and I love the events that she throws. They're always amazing. I don't know. I guess you want to move on to Indecisive Diana when we come back, have some advice?
Sure.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Indecisive Diane, and boy do I have a place for you in Houston. It's attached to the Galleria Mall. It's called Joey's Uptown. You guys, when you go here, make a reservation, make sure you look cute. They greet you with free champagne. This is the perfect date. Get the lettuce wraps for the appetizer and the apple pie for the dessert. Thank me later. Bye.
All right, you guys, and we are back, and it's time for the advice. Remember, if you want to ask us a question on the show, just shoot us an email. Okay, you want to go first?
Yeah, so this one is titled, Friends with Benefits. Help, please. Hi, ladies. I've been listening to your podcast for some time now, and I figured I'd message you for some advice. So, I've known this guy for about 4 years, and we've talked here and there on some social media, nothing crazy. But I just got out of a relationship recently and decided to hit this guy up. We hang out and have a good connection, and we have sex, which was amazing. But we decided to just be friends with benefits since I am not ready for another relationship. But we talk on the phone every single night, text throughout the day, talk about our life, families, etc. And he wants to see each other every weekend. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but doesn't this sound like more than friends with benefits? I feel like if how we're going continues, then more feelings will develop and we'll fall for one another. I don't know what to do. Send for my iPhone. I think that women, and as a woman, I'm saying this, I feel like a lot of the times we overthink everything. Even if you have like a friends with benefits situation, if you know that that's what you want it to be, then that's what it will be. Now, I feel like if you're questioning it and you feel like spending too much time with him is going to make you like him, then maybe you don't really want the friends with benefits situation with him. And maybe you should just end the whole thing. Because I have definitely had situations where I have a homie and we be fucking and we can even lay up and watch movies and we see each other consistently. And that is all I know that this is ever going to be, unless somebody really likes somebody.
I will say different people have different ideas about friends with benefits, right? Because what do you do with your friends? You talk to them. I mean, I'm really
Every day.
asking. But I talk to my friends all the time. Like, we hang out. We talk about our futures. We talk about the past. We talk about things that we're going through. We spend time together. And then if you add sex in there, to me, that's a friend with a benefit. To me, friends with benefits and fuck buddies are different. You just a buddy. Like, hey, how you doing? You coming over tonight? So if that's the kind of situation that you want, and this isn't that, just let them know, like, hey, I just don't want to get anything confused. So, like, I'm about to back off. That's probably going to end it.
I was just about to say that kind of like...
That probably would end it. Or maybe he didn't realize it would be a problem. He might be on the same page. You just never know. But I also feel like you don't have to like the person like that. You can like someone truly as a friend and have sex with them without catching feelings. And maybe that's what he's on. If you can't handle it, then yeah, you need to. You're already kind of overthinking it. Or maybe you're just questioning it. But I think you're overthinking it because you wrote it to us.
Yeah.
You should just back away from the situation because you don't want to get your feelings hurt unless you feel like he feels the same way. And if you can handle any sort of rejection, ask him. And then write us a letter about it.
Tell us how it goes.
Yeah, I would like to know. Okay, this one says, hi, ladies. I love your podcast. I truly feel I can relate to you guys, and you make me feel understood. I am asking for advice. I am a 21-year-old woman. I currently go to school in Northern California. I recently moved away from home, and I'm going through a breakup from a 4-year relationship. I'm having such a hard time moving on. It's been 3 months and finding my purpose. I wanted to ask what tips you could give to help me heal and learn to be alone. I'm trying to find hobbies outside of school, but it's so hard. Any tips would be appreciated. Thank you. Love you guys.
That's a good one. I float in and out of this type of phase. Well, no, I haven't done this in a minute, but like a breakup, but the learning how to be alone part. And I really wouldn't even call it learning how to be alone because I don't really want to learn how to be alone because I don't want to be an alone person. But like, I guess learning how to be happy and knowing that sometimes sadness comes with it, but you're okay. And think about some things that you've wanted to try. I like horseback riding. Sometimes when I travel to different cities, I'll take a horseback riding lesson. I'm actually starting horseback riding lessons back up in Atlanta. And it's something that I did when I was in high school, rode competitively, me and my sister. And it brought me so much joy. So I am doing that now. I probably won't be doing it alone. But if I had to do it alone, it's something that I like to do. So even with cycling, I started Cycle Bar because I one day I was just like, there's a Cycle Bar class around the corner from the house. I'm going to go, and I'm going to go by myself. I intentionally didn't invite anybody. So I was like, let me just go by myself and see how I feel about it. I actually really liked it. You have to, if you don't enjoy being by yourself, you're going to have to force yourself to do it. It's just like working out. People who don't like to work out, but you want to lose weight or you want to eat right. There's this period of time where you have to force yourself to do it if that's what you want to learn how to do. And it's really fun. Like spending time with yourself, again, not all the time. I'm not one of those people where I'm an advocate for like, and if you alone, no, it's not fun all the time. But every now and again, you need a little peace because one day you're not going to have that alone time. Think about it that way. That's what my sister told me. She was like, yeah, you better be happy you can go to dinner by yourself. I got baby spitting up on me one sucking my titty, husband getting on my nerves. Like, enjoy your pieces. Go for a nice dinner and get cute as if you are going out with somebody because you might meet somebody there.
Something that I did to get comfortable being alone was one, like you said, doing things that you like on your own, not always inviting a friend or somebody to tag along with you. I think that's also a good way to make new friends who have similar interests. If you take classes, do activities with things that you're already interested in, it's highly possible you'll meet someone there who shares an interest with you. Even if you don't, it's like you didn't waste your time because you did something you wanted to do anyway. And then sometimes I think you have to find a way to like step out of your comfort zone. You said you moved away from home. You're in Northern California. One really good way to find different things to do, well, two. One is Groupon. Don't forget about Groupon.
Ooh.
I remember there used to be one, I think it was called Living Social or something like that. I don't know if that's still around, but Groupon is one too. And they have activities and stuff. They're all discounted. And even the ones that aren't super discounted, it's still like, hey, I didn't know that this even existed or that this was an option. Go and try those things out. And then also there's an app. None of this is sponsored, but there's an app called Fever. And Fever has all of these curated events in different cities. And then they have like virtual things too. So I don't know what part of Northern California you're in, but if you're too far from like a big city, then you can still check it out and see what virtual things you can do. And then read some books, maybe even join a book club. I have one. But you could join a book club and instead of just reading self-help books, nothing wrong with that, but find a book that's just funny or something that is not something where you have to think so hard. Sometimes I feel like when you're in a rut and you're trying to get through something, you're constantly like over analyzing everything and just trying to get to a better place. And it's stressful. Do something that doesn't require thought.
And do what works for you. Because also sometimes people are like, I gotta meditate. I gotta eat healthy. Let me drink more water. And let me go. And it's like, bitch, calm the fuck down. Do what works for you.
Yeah. And you don't know yet. So just try the different things out. And if it doesn't work, hey, it's okay.
Try something else.
Keep going. Make a TikTok. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. Get your makeup done. Get your hair done. And, bitch, that really solves a lot. Have a photo shoot.
Okay, so that's it for the advice this week. Thank you guys so much for sending that in. We're going to move on to the cocktails. If you have one that you want to send it to cocktales.atl@gmail.com. And before we share some stories, we have a quick message from one of our sponsors.
It's sexy to see my queen empowered in the bedroom. I can always tell when she takes those pink she orgasms pills. When she stares me down with her devour me eyes, I feel more engaged and deeply connected during intimacy. I can tell by the warmth and wetness of her yoni that she's more aroused than ever before. As I kiss her neck, she quivers uncontrollably. Every lick between her breasts, she shakes in satisfaction. I savor the taste of her nectar as she comes instantly. When she softly whispers to me, she can feel me inside of her already. That's my cue to enter her with my manhood. Gently, she immediately releases a rush of ejaculate ecstasy, making her warm canal silky wet as I glide in and out. Hell, I try using all my mental and physical strength to keep my composure. But damn, do yourself a favor. Introduce a brand new blissful bedroom experience into your relationship by heading over to sheorgasms.com right now to order your all-natural supplements, to discover your orgasmic language, and more. To save on your first purchase, enter promo code SHEREADY when you check out today at sheorgasms.com. That's SHE ready. Happy coming.
Uh-huh.
If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck 'em. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuffin'. Back to the point, is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the sass in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
Okay, and now it's time for the cocktails. You want to go first?
Yes. She says, his mouth fell on my coochie. I think it's so funny when people say coochie. The head, it was mediocre, but I had reached down and felt that anaconda and immediately started foaming at the corners of my mouth. Ew. I began beating his dick against my face and sucking the soul from his Trinidadian body.
More aggressive than I thought it was going to be.
It was all of 2 minutes before I heard him shuffling in his top drawer and trying to pull away from the glok glok for the you know what. Wait, what? Do you know what?
3000.
Oh. Well, y'all might not know what because never mind, besties. Was that Shay? Anywho, he slides the condom on and slides that thing right on in. I immediately gasped, like, I'm taking my last breath. It had been 11 months since the last time I had penetration.
Woo.
Oh, that's a lot.
Bless your heart.
What's wrong with you? Every stroke got wetter and better. We sloppily kissing, and he's staring me in the depths of my soul, saying shit like, how do you keep getting wetter? The fuck? I was already feeling amazing when all of a sudden he pulls me to the edge of the bed and starts hitting me with the long, deep, slow strokes while standing up. Oh, I like that. This man started stroking my cliche? Would you mean to say clit? With one hand, and caressing my breast with his other hand, and with an occasional choke. I felt like this man had the manual to my body. Then sticks my toes in his mouth while looking me deep in my eyes. I could literally feel all forms of common sense leave my body and credit score drastically lowering.
Not your credit score, bitch. What?
My body check engine light popped on and I started shaking and hollering. We both came. Of course, we had leftover sex in the morning. And you know we ain't used no condom. She's so proud. She's like, yeah. I ain't ever had that before. I'm trying to see what that's like again. But we don't talk no more. Anywho, ladies, I even put him on Cocktale. So, hey, Clyde. Oh, not Clyde. I still hate your lion scamming, gaslighting ass. Oh, and by the way, I'm pregnant with your baby. JK. But I do miss that dick, though. Catch you next lifetime, Stink. Sent from my iPhone. Ma'am. Clyde. We didn't know it was going to say that, Clyde.
Okay. Thank you for that quite interesting cocktail. Okay, you guys, I have a story this week. So, y'all know I really like to record myself having sex, right?
We know.
So, I was having sex the other day, and we tried something new that I had never tried before or even thought to try, but it's really simple. So we're having sex. Everything's going good. And he was like, I just want you to see this. So I'm thinking he about to pull out his phone and record. He starts FaceTiming me. And so I was like, this is like while we're actually having sex. So he was like, here, get your phone and you can watch. So he was fucking me, but he had the phone, like, flip the camera so I could see what he was seeing.
That is very sexy.
I
want to try that tonight.
Yeah, then he was like, you know what? Hold on, pass me your phone. I was like, okay, what you about to do?
Yeah.
But he just pulled it out. He was like, I'm going to screen record it. And I was like, yeah, duh, because I still want the footage. So he screen recorded. I watched it this morning.
Big.
Yeah, it was just like, and then we kept moving in different ways. And I have a lot of mirrors in my bedroom. So I like to be able to see, I just like to look at me. But then also when I'm having sex. So there were certain angles where I could see my face, but then I could see how the sex looked. And then I just passed him the phone so he could see what was happening in the front. Like if I'm turned around and stuff. Y'all, it was a lot of fun. Y'all probably didn't think of that shit neither. And if you did, shut up. You should have told somebody. You should have sent us an email and told us that.
They didn't think about it. You heard that right here
that
on
was a
Cocktales.
good one. And
that was exclusive.
He came up with that one himself. And I was like, you know what? I just might fuck you again. Because that was very creative. And you get 5 stars for that. That was a good time.
That is a good time. Like, I'm definitely stealing that idea.
It's fine.
That's very cute.
I might do it. Well, not tonight. It's not a good night.
Well, I might do it tonight. So
it's gonna be a bloody massacre. But thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Please tune in each and every week. What?
Make sure you get the card game. I'm CuriousKnow.com. I'm CuriousKnow.com. I'm CuriousKnow.com. It's the game that gets you answers.
Yeah, and get your tickets to the live shows. Check out our sponsors. All the details for everything is in the description box below. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure you also follow us on Instagram at Cocktales Podcast. And I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Bean.
And until next week, you guys. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Wait on the track. Wait on the track.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye.
Wait on the track.
Bye. 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 Bye.